Hey, church family, I hope you're doing great, having a great time in your groups. I'm really enjoying having conversations about sort of the fundamental aspects of our Christian life. We've talked about faith for weeks and weeks, and we're talking about prayer currently. And I think it's such an important thing to consider, and something that maybe we don't fully understand. We just sort of do out of habit or practice, or just because we're supposed to. So I like having these conversations because I think it gives us the why behind the what. Why do we do this? And for me personally, I realized this. I used to think I was pretty laid back and pretty easygoing, but I realized a couple years ago that I'm sort of like a duck, and maybe a duck is my spirit animal, but on the surface, cool, calm, collected, and just kind of bobbing along. But underneath the surface is chaos and frenetic energy, and I am pretty high anxiety on the inside. I overthink, I overanalyze. I'm always problem solving when even there's no problem. I try to invent problems in my head so that I can come up with conditionalities and possible solutions if those problems were to arise. And no wonder I have high blood pressure. No wonder I experience a lot of sleepless nights and high anxiety. And so what I've realized with prayer, it came through a beautiful statement in the book of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, where it just kind of gives this imperative, this simple thing. Cast all your cares upon him because he cares for you. One translation says, cast all your anxiety upon him. And so prayer is taking all the anxiety, all the worry, our tendency to want to control and fix and change everything, take the responsibility of that, take the anxiety and the worry that comes with that, and reallocate it. Throw it off of yourself onto Jesus. And that's really what prayer is. It's taking all the things that we are worried about, bothered about, scared about, and putting it in a place of trusting God, putting it in his care, in his hands. And I think that's a powerful tool. At the end of the day, let's face facts. We're in control of nothing. Any semblance of control is an illusion. We're not in control. You're not even guaranteed tomorrow. And so we might feel like we are. There might be some things that we feel like that we're doing pretty well and on top of. It, just like that, everything can change, and it is out of control. So, at the end of the day, God is in control, and we can trust that. Prayer to me is moving things consciously, taking things and handing them over and saying, God, I'm trusting you with this. This matters to me, therefore I'm trusting the only person who can actually do something about this. I'm casting these cares upon you. Now, the contingency there is cast your cares upon him because he cares for us. We'll only truly do that if we're convinced that he cares for us, that he cares more about us than we do. Because if he didn't care more about you than you do, then why would you put yourself in his hands? So you would take responsibility for everything because you care the most about you. But the promise is that he cares so much for you that he would die in your place. And so he cares way more for you, for your family, for your friends, for your circumstances than you do. So we can cast our cares upon him because he cares so much about you. And so I love to have that conversation in our groups, just the practicality of that. It's not easy, but it is something that is beautiful and quite necessary, really, in our day and age. It's a high stress season of life. And so I think it's so important to learn to do this, to even corporately together in our groups, to pray together and corporately cast our cares, put this in Jesus' hands. So have that conversation. Have a great time. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.